Namaskaromi, swagatam sarvebhyah. So now that we've looked at how to ask questions in Sanskrit using our K words, and now that we've looked at how to form very elegant relative, correlative statements, constructions using our Y and T words, we can quickly talk about a few other ways in which we can apply these KYT series of adverbials and pronouns to form even more subtle meanings in the Sanskrita Bhasha, the language of the gods. Now, there's three kinds of usages that I thought we could look at. Each of them is going to involve the addition of these indefinite particles, api, chit, and chana. Chit and chana don't get used by themselves so much, aside from these constructions, but we've already seen api before, right? If you put api at the start of a sentence, it becomes a yes-no question, right? Ramaha rakshasam hanti, declarative sentence, Rama kills the demon. Api Ramaha rakshasam hanti, right? This, if you add the api, now it's a yes-no question. Did Rama kill the rakshasa, the demon? Api by itself also can be used to mean also, to, even. Sita api phalam khadati. Sita also eats the fruit. Even Sita eats the fruit. Api, now if you put it after any of our K question words, the kakara words we looked at earlier, it turns that statement into an unspecified quantity. So kutra is the question meaning where, but kutra plus api means somewhere or anywhere. There's, of course, differences between the two words somewhere and anywhere in English. Kutrapi kind of covers both. And generally, the distinction is then going to be made based on intonation rather than actual words. Ramaha kutrapi gacchati. Rama goes anywhere. Right? Or you can say, Ramaha kutrapi gacchati. Rama goes somewhere. Two other particles, chit and chana, can be used as the same way, used in the same way as api, with all of our ga words, without any real distinctions in meaning between them. Ramaha kutrachit gacchati. Rama goes somewhere. Ramaha kutrachana gacchati. Rama goes somewhere or anywhere. These work with all the other indeclinable ga words as well. So gajaha kadapi swapiti. The elephant sleeps at some point. You can say gajaha kadachit swapiti. Gajaha kadachana swapiti. You can also have vanarha katamchana vadati. Somehow the monkey is talking. You can also say vanarha kathamapi vadati. Ramaha vanaraha kathamapi vadati. Right? It's the same meanings. Kanya kutaschit roditi. For some reason, the girl is crying. You can also say kanya kutopi roditi. Kanya kutaschana roditi. Besides the ka indeclinables, you can also do the same thing with the ka pronouns in all of the three genders, in all of the 7 cases. Kashchit naraha dware tishtati. There's some man standing at the door. You can say kashchana naraha, kopi naraha. It'll have the same meaning. Sita kimchit phalam khadati. Sita is eating some sort of fruit. Sita kimchana phalam khadati. Sita kimapi phalam khadati. Same meanings. Ramaha kenachit vanarena saha kridati. Rama is playing with some monkey. Kanya kasmatapi na vibheti. The girl is afraid of nothing, right? Not afraid of anything. Speaking of this negation, if you use, like in this previous example, na with our unspecified constructions, you get what's called the absolute negation. So nowhere at all, never ever, no one ever, no way, no how, that kind of thing. Nothing at all, that sort of thing. Ramaha na kutrapi gacchati. Rama is going nowhere. Sita na kadachana hasati. Sita never ever laughs. Gajaha na kathamchit pathati. The elephant does not read in any way at all. Vanaraha na kutopi kridati. The monkey is playing for no reason at all. Na kutopi, na kutaschit, na kutaschana. Na kopi satyam janati. Nobody at all knows the truth. Na kaschana janati. Nobody knows. Kanya na kim api vadati. The girl says nothing at all. There's many other usages like this. Finally, besides the unspecified quantities and besides our absolute negation, there's one other construction we can turn to involving chit, chana, and api, and that's what we can call the indefinite construction. To do this, first you take the ya words, the relative indeclinables and pronouns, then the corresponding ga words, the question words, and then you add api chit or chana. The resulting thing is an indefinite meaning. So yatra kutrapi would mean somewhere or the other. Yada kadachit, at some time or another, meaning whenever, basically. Yatham katham chana, in one way or another. Howsoever, any means whatsoever, by hook or by crook, in other words. These are generally fairly easy to understand when you see them in sentences, maybe harder to translate into English. In English, these expressions generally involve euphemisms that we use to give them meaning. So we can say, Vanaraha yatra kutrapi khadati. The monkey eats anywhere, somewhere or the other, here, there, and everywhere, basically. Balakaha yada kadachit kridati. The boy plays whenever, meaning whenever he wants to, whenever he can. Chhatraha yatha kathamapi pathati. The student studies howsoever he can. You can use the pronouns in the same way and connect them to relative correlative clauses. So maybe the most common usages actually you'll find, you can have something like Yaha kopi naraha jayati saha eva hasati. Whichever man wins, he's the one who laughs. Yaha kopi naraha here is going to mean whichever person, whichever man. The yaha is linked to our saha in the main sentence. That one, saha eva, using the emphatic particle eva, right? Saha eva hasati. He's the one who laughs. In all of the other cases as well, you can do the same thing. Yena kenachit upayena ramaha sitam rakshati. By any means whatsoever. Yena kenachit upayena. Ramaha protects Sita. Ramaha sitam rakshati. Whether it's true or not, that's for you to decide, but this is at least how you would say that sentence. So anyway, these are the three ways in which you'll be able to use your KYT series of indeclinables and pronouns in a way that adds more subtlety to Sanskrit sentences. And then as you start to read more and more texts, you'll learn how to pay attention to and grasp the subtleties, the nuances of meaning that you'll find between these expressions. Often, one tip is to try to read them out loud a few times to kind of come upon a right translation. Often it's hard to say for sure what these indefinites mean, but if you read the sentence out loud, you can begin to start getting into the mind of the author and see the sentence from their perspective. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the series. Next up, we'll have a new series that's based on a rather complicated topic in Introductory Sanskrit, which is the present tense conjugations of the verbs. So until then, thank you for watching. Punarmilamaha. Dhanyawadaha.